Okay, that should be better. I don't see a terrible delay this time. So I hope that the people from the last stream, all of you guys will come back to join this one. Because, oops, I have no idea why my camera and stream are doing that. That's really upsetting, but that's okay, we're back. And we were just finishing up reading on, what would animals like to say to the human race? And we were just talking about that. And then, all of the delay happened and whatever. So let's just ask Spirit, was there anything else that animals would like to say to the human race? Let's get the camera to focus on my 7 of Pentacles. All right. It's not going to focus, but that's okay. 7 of Pentacles. I'm getting with this one. The animals would like to say to us that they experience the long-term consequences of our actions, whether it's good or bad. So they would prefer, I think, if people were maybe kinder to the environment, or, like Brenda said, stop messing with the environment. Quit screwing with our homes. Quit interfering with our livelihoods. Okay, next was number 4. Can you fire or replace spirit guides if they're not really working for you? If they're just not resonating, or whatever, you're asking for help and guidance and you feel like you're just not receiving it from that certain guide or whatever. Can you fire spirit guides and replace them? It's a good question. Well, the answer here is not really. Not really. Because, hang on, I gotta sit up. Here we go. Not really, because it's kind of a matter of our perspective. Tower represents us when we go through hard times in life and we are asking for guidance and we're asking for help. Judgment is us being like, ugh, this is not good enough, or I'm not getting the help that I am expecting, or I'm not getting the advice that, I'm looking for. I'm not getting the validation or something that I'm looking for. Catherine, thank you for your super chat. That really helps me. I appreciate it. And us making that judgment like, oh, this guide is useless. That's a perspective of the ego self. It's the ego self that goes, I'm not getting the answer I want, or I'm not getting the answer I want in the time frame that I'm hoping for it, or I'm not getting the solution to my problems as quickly as I want. I want everything to be worked out right now. The ego self is just kind of like that. Nope, I'm blurry again. Let's focus. Come on, camera. You can do it. Whatever. Chariot. We have spirit guides that come in and out as they are needed. Some guides like to specialize in certain areas of life, and some guides maybe just have like overall general expertise on human life and human experiences. And so during times in your life where one guide is suitable, they'll come in and help. And another guide that may be less suitable we'll be like, okay, adios. I'm going to take a step back and I'll come back if you go through this other kind of situation again. Eventually, we gain a different perspective on our situation. And it's usually, oh, come on, camera, focus. It's usually in hindsight. Oh, maybe it was fine that that relationship didn't work out because such and such person ended up being a total dick anyways. Or, maybe it's okay that this job I was praying for didn't call me back because this other job that has offered me employment is actually so much better and I had no idea. Those are just some examples. We have guides. I'm hearing the words handpicked. By who? Handpicked by the soul. So like our soul. And handpicked by what? The members. I'm hearing the members of what? I'm seeing a council. Oh, you know what? I bet you this is the council of spiritual beings that help us to plan our human lifetimes. I think this is what I'm seeing. They help to handpick our guides. There's certain guides that we pick before we incarnate. And they're meant to be with us for the long term. And like I said, some come in and out as they're needed. Some are close to us during certain times in life. And when we get through those times, they take a step back and just simply observe without getting involved. I'm just picking up that there's something to do here with the limitations of the human perspective. Humans can be pretty insecure. It's the ego self that's insecure. And, is like, well, I can't see the solution to this thing. I can't see my way out of this situation. I'm not seeing any alternatives in the moment, or I'm not seeing any opportunities in the moment, or whatever. Therefore, my guides must not be helping me, when maybe they are, but we're just not seeing it yet. Little Sparrow says, yes, I've been mad at spirit guides when something falls apart, but I know I'm being childish/ego and can't see the big picture. And I think our spirit guides understand when we feel that way. That's sort of part of the challenge of being here, is not having that 100% knowledge for sure. This is how everything is going to turn out for sure, because not even psychics can see 100% for certain the future and how some things will turn out. There are some things that just make a better sense when we look at the bigger picture in life. And there's some times that we pray for something or we want something and it's not right for us. The answer is simply, no, not this thing, but here's another thing, or here's another person, or here's another job or situation or community or home or whatever that you can have that will be good for you, because the thing that you want at the moment, not going to work. So no, we can't really fire or replace our spirit guides. The last question that was on our list is about John Titor. Is he a time traveler? And if not, will time travel ever be possible? Well, okay, we got some cards that fell out. Is he a time traveler? This is interesting. Very interesting. The answer is technically, but it's not in the way that we think. And this actually kind of maybe answers the next part of this question, but we'll get there in a second. Temperance. There's something here about like integrating this world and a different world. I feel as though he doesn't come from the future. I think I didn't do any research on this guy. I think this is the guy that claims to be from the future. It's not that he really came from there, but he has seen the future. And there's something here about integrating like the physical world and the spiritual world. I wonder if it's more of like an astral projection or some kind of a spiritual experience. Here, I'll put his name in the chat. John Titor. I had a viewer ask about him. I think he's the guy that claims to be from the future. But yeah, I pick up that there's something very much like it's a kind of a spiritual experience. I have here at the Hangman that this is like a different perspective that technically he is, but it's just not in the way that we think. It's not in the way that we imagine. This camera is just not going to focus on the Hangman, but well, that's okay. He's seen things in his like I guess maybe I would call it astral travel. He has seen things that were very distressing, things from a possible future. But not even this future that he saw is written in stone, because the future outcomes depend on all of the choices that we make. And there are so many people in the world. There are so many different choices we can make. There are so many different ways that life can turn out. Brenda, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate that. She says, thank you for your lovely patience. And I just got to say thank you guys for your lovely patience. He felt like it was his duty to, I guess, to like spread the word. He thinks of himself as like this very reliable source. He felt it was his duty to spread the word about things that he saw in this future that he was shown. It definitely got the world's attention, or a lot of people's attention. And maybe I can understand why he said, or like claimed to be like a time traveler, or, you know, wanted people to kind of believe that, because maybe he thought it would sound more plausible, or people would be more open to it if you put it that way, as opposed to, here's an astral projection experience I had, and here's something that I saw in a spiritual experience. Come on, camera, focus, focus, focus. Let's just hold this up and see if it will focus back on me. Oh, Deb is saying he claimed he met his younger self, or meant his younger self? Oh, met. Okay. He claims he met his younger self. Let's just pull some cards. Did he actually do that? Meet his younger self? This Page of Pentacles, I think he did. There's a definite connection to his inner child. That he did have a very interesting experience with connecting to. Yeah, it does seem like a younger version of himself. So the impression I get is that this was like an inner child. Now, I want to know what were the effects of that on him as an adult and on the inner child. Well, he got to see how far he'd come in life. And he got to impart some wisdom on his younger self or to his inner child. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Whatever, that's fine. With King of Swords, he wanted to impart some wisdom to his inner child. And I pick up that this was actually very healing for him. Now, I know it seems counterintuitive because of the artwork on this Ten of Swords, all the swords in the back and something being done and over with, but somehow, whatever wisdom that he gave to like his inner child or whatever he said, it helped that inner child to let go of certain traumas or let go of something that was extremely painful. And it seems like this kind of helped put him on. Now, I don't know if he's a spiritual person, but there's definitely a path of spiritual growth here, or soul growth, soul development on a very deep level. I was wondering if that changed his timeline, changed his experiences as an adult by talking to his younger self. And see, I picked up that just a lot of healing took place. So technically that did change his adult life. A lot of healing took place, and there are, I guess, just areas in his life that felt better. And on the bottom of the deck, there's the Sun card too. Like, this was just very healing for his inner child. Therefore, it was very healing for his adult self. Past, present, future, we are who we are. And that's just something that just came in right now, a message that just came in. It's all happening now. Past, present, future, we are who we are, and it's all happening now. So will time travel ever be possible? Let's ask Spirit if it'll be possible in the way that we currently see it. Like, you know, in the media, we see like the time machine, or we have the TARDIS, or hot tub time machine, or whatever, whatever time machine you want to think of. And, you know, physically going back to some time in the past. Will that ever be possible? That's unexpected. I did get an Ace of Cups, and aces are often my yes cards. And then I have Two of Cups. Like, I think this is just saying, like, people are actually trying to figure this out. There are people who are actually looking at this and researching it. Four of Pentacles, we do not have maybe they don't have the funding, or we as people just don't have the knowledge yet on how to do this. I want to know about time travel through astral projection. Because I'm picking up from Spirit that is possible now. Time travel through astral projection. But, I like that you guys appreciated my hot tub time machine reference. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but it was pretty funny. Okay, but through astral projection. All right. So I have here the Hierophant. this is like the collective, the one source in spirit that we're all a part of, would have a hand in this and helping us through this kind of experience. It can help us to heal inner conflicts, or help us to have a different perspective on our past challenges and conflicts. I'm just pulling off the bottom of the deck now. It can help us through, or it can help us to heal from past sadness and hurt. It can help us to process a lot of really difficult, heavy things from our past. And underneath of that, I have the Strength card to help us to heal and feel stronger in the present. Juju B is asking, why is time travel through astral projection possible now as opposed to the past? I wonder if it was always available. Because that's what I kind of pick up. And that's the feeling I get, is that time travel through astral projection was always available. There's something about being strongly discouraged, and this could have been through like religious institutions or influential religious people maybe saying, no, don't do that. That's evil. That's bad. You're going to get lost. You'll never come back to your body, and all those other misconceptions that they like to, put out there. But it's always been doable. But sometimes people just don't think to do it, to get into that relaxed state. It does require a very relaxed state of mind. But with help from someone, like there could be a professional, maybe a hypnotherapist or a past life regressionist or someone like this who can help you to have this kind of experience. Brenda, that's a good question. Wouldn't it tamper with free will, time travel? I was kind of shocked to see a yes card come up when I was asking about like physical time travel, like with a device. And that's a good question. Wouldn't it mess with free will? Oh, well, I got that you can change your decisions, but that doesn't mean that other people will change their decisions. You can't go back in time and convince somebody to make a different choice. Maybe you could try, but they'll still make whatever choice that they want. But you have the power to influence your own, maybe it's your own life or your own self. Little Sparrow says, I once met an older me in a dream. Like old, like an older version, like past you, or old as in like senior citizen old? She says it was weird. Like I was just staring at myself. That's neat. That's really neat. I've met in dreams, I think I've encountered like my child self once or twice. I don't know if I've ever met like an older version of myself. Maybe I've dreamed about things from my past that I was involved in. I don't know if that's the same though. Oh, the Little Sparrow says yes, like old, like maybe a senior. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Well, and you know what? Spirit's saying past, present, and future, we are who we are, and it's all happening right now. Another dream, I talked with another me who was a galactic pilot of spaceships. I was so impressed with this other me. Oh, that is fascinating. That is so cool. I wonder if that's like, you from an alternate reality or something like that. That would be really, really fascinating. And we did reach the end of weird questions for August, episode 9. Thank you guys so much for watching this and for your patience. For those of you who just tuned in and thought this was the beginning of the stream, it actually was not. You'll have to go back and watch the other part, the part one, before my camera started. I don't know if it was my camera or my computer, but it started acting up, and so we had to stop and start again and continue where we left off. So with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you, I'm thinking next Friday. I want to do another stream with mini personal readings. If you guys would be into that, just let me know. And we might do things a little bit differently that time, because last time I ended up going for like 2.5 hours while I was having a sick day. And I was really exhausted afterwards. So we might limit it to maybe like an hour, hour and a half or something like that. But I'll let you guys know more details in the coming week about next Friday's stream. And with that, like I was saying, thank you so much for watching this, and I'm going to see you later.